Hey, Jen, this one's for you. A growing number of Republicans, from former presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy to Kellyanne Conway, his former campaign manager, have been encouraging Trump to stop with the insults and the invective and to make arguments about policy. This is Trump speaking yesterday, I think, at the New York Economic Club. Let's listen, and then I want to know well, I'll follow. You go ahead. Wait a second. Go ahead.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris formed the worst presidency and vice presidency by far in the history of our country. This election will decide whether we reward Kamala Harris with re-election and 4 more years of crime, economic calamity, and international humiliation, or whether we change that direction and once again build the greatest economy in the history of the world, which we had during the Trump administration.
Jennifer, is Trump here? Is he just firing up his base, or is he trying to work swing voters? What's going on here?
Well, first of all, let me go back to something that Jim said. I really disagree that this is a instance of two bad debaters. Kamala Harris has been remarkably disciplined, and she speaks in coherent sentences. She has something to say. She is not insane. She does not propose outlandish things. So allowing her to talk for a minute or two is by no means the same as letting Trump ramble. Now, I thought the clip you were going to play was the one in which he tried to answer, or pretended to answer, the childcare issue, in which he unleashed a just stream of incoherent, nonsensical blather. And I think what was significant about that was it was a perfect demonstration of the double standard we see in how he is covered and how he actually speaks. And if he does that, and he takes a question like childcare, and by the way, he did take a childcare question in the first debate, and does that, then Kamala Harris, unlike Joe Biden, who is a prosecutor, can turn to him and say, "You're insane. You're incoherent. What are you talking about? America, is this the person you want to give nuclear codes to?" So I think there is a potential here that even within the confines of a minute or two, if he is prompted to try to answer a policy question, that he will go down one of these rabbit holes and sound like the lunatic he has been. And that she, unlike Biden, is going to be sharper, better prepared to counterpunch. And that's what essentially she has been doing throughout the campaign. So if, for example, he is asked, "So, what do you think about climate change?" And he goes on this rant about how it's a hoax, how the oceans are declining, she will give it to him. And that's really all she needs, is to spend the time poking at him, putting him down, pointing to his really incoherence. And I don't think that she is going to get involved with any insults that he throws. She's been rather masterful in just giving the back of the hand when he goes after race and gender and the rest of it. That's not in her interest to debate. Everyone knows, who cares to know, that he's a racist and a misogynist. What she needs people to remember is that he's also completely incompetent and mentally unhinged. And I think that will be easier for her than it will be for Joe Biden.